And this show coming up June the 29th is for the Greater Los Angeles Boys and Girls Club. So that's and there will be a ring awarded at the end of this year-long tournament. And the matches are a little bit different. All the matches are 10 minutes.
It's a literal prize.
Yeah. And we had 4 50-inch flat screens, one in each corner, scoreboard, and a time clock. So the minute the match starts, the clock starts to count down. You got 10 minutes. You get a point for a pinfall, submission, or a count out. If you're disqualified, that deducts a point from you if indeed you have one, or puts you in the hole one. At the end of the 10 minutes, it's whoever has the most points moves to the next round. If it's tied at 10, there's a 3-minute sudden death, and whoever scores in that 3 minutes goes on to the next round. If nobody scores, then both those wrestlers are eliminated, and there's an alternate put into their slot into the next round. And this is going to run a year long, and we felt we'd pick 32 of real strong technical wrestlers. Some you've heard of, and some you haven't. But I think at the end of this thing, some of those that you weren't aware of, you certainly will be once this is over. That's part of it too, I think, and given some really good technical guys who just never had a bigger stage, a place to show their trade.
Indeed, and so many questions to ask you coming out of that summary of Wrestling Cares. So I'm going to try to remember them all. First one that I can pop into my head is I didn't have the chance to go to Los Angeles to see the first event. Wished I could have, wanted to, but just didn't work out with my business and travel schedule. So were there actually any draws during the tournament that there were alternates in, or did everybody advance?
Well, no. Kyle O'Reilly and Davey Richards went to 10, went into the 3 at 1 apiece, and went into the 3-minute overtime, and neither one scored a fall, so they're both eliminated. Now, on June the 29th, the second round for Bracket A is August 17th. June the 29th is the first round for Bracket B, or in other words, 16 more wrestlers. But also on that show, there will be an alternates match, and the winner of that alternates match will move into the slot vacated by Richards and O'Reilly in the second round, August 17th.
Well, that answered my next question already, because I was going to ask you how the alternate was determined. I didn't know if it was like the Strikeforce Heavyweight tournament where there was an automatic alternate that would be inserted in the case of, a guy gets injured and is unable to continue. I didn't know there was actually a match wrestled. I figured there was just an alternate on standby.
Yeah. Well, if someone legitimately gets injured and can't continue, or for some reason has to drop out, then we obviously have, people to move into that slot without any, alternates match or anything. We obviously have to, we had to do this on the first show. Sammy Callahan, was unable to make it due to a severe illness in his family. And in fact, we encouraged him to stay home with his family, in lieu of what had happened. So we had to fill in for him as of Saturday morning. So we brought Ryan Taylor, who's quite a standout in Southern California, or up and down the coast, I guess, for that matter. And he filled in for Sammy. So we obviously couldn't go through an alternates match and everything. We just needed to fill that spot immediately.